Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. I've been working on my intros. How am I doing? Women carry knives over, they're making fun of me. One of the things nobody tells you about making videos for YouTube is that after a while you get to be pretty sick of the sound of your own voice. And yeah, that happens to me, I must admit. So what do we have on the table in front of us? This is a new Artisan knife. This is a new Dirk Pinkerton design. This is the Arroyo. And this is a really great pocket knife. Now, it is in the new RPM 9, their AR RPM 9 steel, which, it is a powdered steel based on 9CR18 MOV as far as I know. And it has really done very well. Mike Emler, who runs a sharpening company, has his own channel. He likes this stuff. And he would know better than I would by far. My experience with this so far has been it holds an edge very, very well. And I think it's just cool that Artisan and therefore CJRB have their own powdered steel. And it's budget, right? I think that is really remarkable. Now let's talk about the knife. As I said, it is a Dirk Pinkerton design. And I am a big fan of Dirk Pinkerton's knives. I only have 3 of them on the table right now, right? But I love them. I really do. And Artisan has brought a bunch of them to life in ways that are just some of my favorites of all time. The proponent here is a remarkable pocket knife. And thanks to the proponent, I actually met Dirk Pinkerton at Blade Show East in 19. And he is a very, very nice guy. I really like Pinkerton's work. The Arroyo here is no exception, and it is a couple of things that are really worth noting. One, it is very thin. We're actually going to start with that. This knife at its thickest is 0.4, but so we're under half an inch by quite a bit. Let's switch to millimeters because I think it's going to tell the story better. Yeah, man, this is 10 millimeters, almost 11, just shy of 11 millimeters right through the handle. It is very thin. The blade stock, that AR RPM 9, is 2.7 millimeters. What that leaves you with is a very, very thin knife in the pocket. The profile is super skinny. And the blade, because it's got this beautiful belly, right, and it's almost an entirely high flat grind. It's got a little flat right here, is very, very slicey. This is just a full-on worker/cutter. They've done a marvelous job. Now, it is steel liners. It got a steel deep carry folded pocket clip, but that, of course, means that it's very comfortable in the pocket. The G10 on this is milled. Let's get that to show up. So this isn't just a line. It's actually a divot, right? Your thumb, you can hear that. It's very comfortable in hand. It gives your finger something to lock into. Your thumb has a marvelous place to land. You can come forward for whatever fine work someone might be doing. It's not me, but you might be. And because of the Persian the sweep of the blade, the trailing point blade, this comes to a really nice stabby tip. Now, you're not going to want to pry with this, but please don't pry with your knives anyway, because it does come to a very fine tip. But the cumulative effect is tons of belly that you can get down on the table well before your hand. A very nice tip, in case you needed to do some, I don't know, gas station disagreeing. The belly itself allows for long, nice, thin cuts, and it's got a nice bit of flat right here, right there, right, for push. Look, all knives are designed to cut. They just are. But some knives give in quite a bit of themselves to style and give up some of their sort of cutting functionality. The proponent is one such example. This is a great knife. It's a box cutter and a half. But because there's no belly, right, it's really not that great for, you're not going to work in the kitchen with this very well. This, on the other hand, is fantastic at everything that I have put it to. Now, the AR RPM 9 steel is very rust and stain resistant, so it has spent its time in the kitchen with me, and it has done a fantastic job, everything from salami to cheese to vegetables, and it has left no marks at all. I've got S35 VN. I've got a cold steel the 8010 that took some color the last time I was camping because I was cutting up really spicy sausage with it, and something in the acids in that sausage actually left a mark on the blade. And I've cut pretty much everything I cut with this, and nothing. I think that's fantastic. The action is Artisan superb. It really, really is very good. And this thing is so thin. You get a little bit of jimping at the top of the blade, but interesting, I want you to really look at how that is. The blade itself is actually flat. The jimping is on the sides, which, by the way, doesn't interfere with that jimping working at all. It makes perfect sense once your thumb lands on it, and it's a really cool design aesthetic. The only other jimping is back here, and it's in the liners. So it gives you, something for your hand to kind of grab onto. That's a Dirk Pinkerton kind of move right there for sure. The blade itself in AR RPM 9 is 1, 2, 3 1/4 inches of cutting on 3.5 inches of their AR RPM 9 steel. The grip area from behind the flipper tab is 1, 2, 3 3/4 inches, right? So it is not a huge handle, but because of this marvelous and sort of almost plain, but not in a bad way, shape, right? I get a full grip. Even with my big old giant hands, I get a full grip on this thing. Let's do some size comparisons. Here it is against the Rat Model 1, and as you can see, it is considerably smaller than the Rat 1, but you get exactly the same amount of cutting area on the blade. One of the things about the Rat in particular... Hi, kitty. Hang on, guys. Anyway, the Rat 1 here is mostly handle, right? This knife is a much more balanced, right? It's got a lot of grit blade, and the handle's just the right amount. We'll put it up against our old friend, the Bug Out. These are much more similar in size and shape, but you get a little more cutting on the Arroyo than you do on the Bug Out. And believe it or not, the Bug Out is not that much thinner. This is a really lean knife. Let's go ahead and weigh it out. We know the Bug Out is 1.8 ounces. This is going to be a little more than that. And yay! Yeah, okay, so 3.5 ounces. But, look, it's steel liners and G10. Now, if I look, the steel liners are milled. You get really nice lockup. I'm at about 60%. So it's a really firm, really nice lockup. What do you think, Miss Women Carry Knives?
I like it.
A woman of few words. I like it too, actually.
I like it because I like that the handle is thin. And I like a thin handle. Well, I don't always like a thin handle. I mean, come on now.
Right.
There's thin handles that I like. And then there's giant handles like you have.
That's funny. She broke out the 4Max, folks.
You can't close it.
Anyway, guys, this is out there in the world. If it hasn't hit the market yet, it will very shortly. This is the Artisan Arroyo, designed by Dirk Pinkerton. It is in their new budget powdered steel, the AR RPM 9. Right.
Yes.
I think this is one that's really worth your attention. If you like the style, if it's a little too, got a little too swoopy for you and whatever, I get that. It may not be for every swoopy. That's a very technical term. That's right.
I like that term.
Anyway, this has been the Artisan Arroyo. I have been a Therapeutic Edge. That one over there has been Women Carry Knives.
Hi.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.